Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Asan Khurram. I teach data science and programming skills to students all around the world. So in today's lecture, the topic is quite basic and fundamental and is specifically meant for those who are just trying to learn or just started with Python. So we are going to discuss about file handling in Python. So basically what is file handling? That file handling allows us to perform various operations on file, particularly the text file, such as reading, writing, appending, renaming and deleting. The main function that we are going to use in order to perform operations on a file is open with curly braces, as you can see here, and it takes two input arguments. The first one is actually the file name and the second one is the mode is like, okay, what we want to actually perform with this file, you just have defined with the name. So there are four modes. Most popular one, the read with R, that opens a file for reading. Then we have append for A, that opens a file for appending. Then we have W, that stands for write, that opens a file for writing. And finally we have a create, that creates the specified file. So let's move on to actually programming section here. In this code cell you can see that we have a file named demo or demo file that has 4 rows here. I mean that file contains these 4 lines here, the text file. First one is hello world, the second one is algorithm mind, third one is 1 2 3, and the last one is 4 5 6. So we have a text file in that directory that has these 4 lines, and now we want to actually import into Python interference by using open function. So how we can actually do that? We can use this simple notation. First you have to know, okay, we will define the file name. So this is the file name here, as we have defined here in the string format. We pass it to the function open here, as you can see that. And one interesting thing to note that okay, we have like this function open, but we are using with open as f, and then we will further proceed with the modes. The reason why I did that, in that case we don't have to actually use f close, which is like a prerequisite. I mean, it's a good practice. Like if you open a file, then you have to close the file. So that's why we use this notation here, with open as f. Then you can actually perform all the modes you want to actually perform on the file. So I write with, then I write open, then I pass the file name within the curly braces, and then I rename it as f. So now if I have to perform any operations on the file, I will use f to call it and perform operation. So like after like have opened the file, then I have to perform an operation or a mode. In our case, I'm more interested in actually reading the file lines in that are present in that file. So what I will do, I will use the mode read here. So I will use I have declared a variable then equal to f, which stands for our file, the file is open, and then mode dot read here. What it will do, it will take all the value that is present in that text file. Once we have imported that, like extracted that values and stored that value in the content, I can basically print that value here. So let me just print it. So right now you can see the file demo.txt has these 4 lines here: hello world, algorithm mind, 1 2 3, and 4 5 6. So this is how I actually read a text file in Python. Okay, now suppose you know how to read a file. But what if we actually want to write some data into that specific file? And the reason we need it, okay, for example, consider you are an accountant and you need to add some further information into your library, or anything like a text file, and you want to store it in your text file. So and you want to do it through Python because you have like thousands of lines, and so you are somewhere looking for an automation thing. So how we can actually do that? So the notation, the syntax will be the same, with open, and then we will pass the file name, output.text, and then also the mode w here. And if you recall that here we say that write is for w, and we also said that if there is no directory or no file that present in that directory with that file name, what it will do, it will create a new file with that specific name. So I have used the same syntax here with open with open, then file name, and the additional more we are presenting here is W for writing and as f. Now you can simply like use the same notation as you have used here, like f.read. Instead we are using like f.write because we want to write values into that text file, and we will use f.write. Then we will pass the string text we want to actually store in that text file. In this case, we see like this is a simple line, and then we will pass another line here. Python is amazing. So this is how we actually write our text into a text file in Python. Let me just run this block of code. So it may, I mean, the code has run and it displays that data has been written successfully. Okay, now you know how to read a file, how to write data into a file if there was a no file present in that data. But now let's say there is an already a file that has a name like output.txt. We know that because we have already created a file with these values here. Now we are interested, instead of like creating a new file, we are more interested in actually using the same file and adding more details to that file. In that case, what we will do, we will use the same notation, but right now the mode will be A. And if you recall that I told you that A will be used for appending, adding things. So right now we have like, we use the same notation with open output.txt A for appending as f. Then we will use the same mode f.write to actually write file or data or string value into that particular file that has been already present. It has some data. So that's how you actually append data into text file. Let me just run this code for you. Data appended successfully. So this is how a basic tutorial, like how you can actually write or read values out of text file. That's it for now, and I will soon be posting more tutorials about Python programming and more advanced skills like data science, machine learning, and data analysis using Python or even R. So stay tuned. Thank you.